In a prelude to tonight's Jackie Mitchell show, we will display the self-recorded videos of the 3 red cell survivors. Thank you.
This is day 1 of being stranded. Lieutenant Wood. It's still day 1. The last time I seen humanity was when I was in Red Cell and my boys got shot down. Now I'm in the jungle. I don't have anything. I'm cold. I think I got trench foot. And I hear something. I hear something. Still no sign of humans. I was recently attacked by a monkey, but I wrestled it to ground with my bare hands and killed it. Looks like I'll be eating tonight. I was walking through the ground earlier, and I came across a dead bear. Looks like it been wrestled by human hands. Must have been muscles. He's got to be close. The others got to be close. I don't think I'm alone out here. It's still day 1. I built a shelter for myself. Still, all I have is the clothes on my back, this blanket, and a book. I might start reading the book. It's my only lifetime to civilization at this point. Tomorrow, I need to get moving and find the others. It's early morning now. I'm gonna get moving to find the others. I've been seeing tracks every now and then. Feels like I'm close. I see a flare in the sky! I think it's help! I'm running to the helicopter! This is it!
Hardin, I built a shelter for myself. It's been 5 days since the helicopter crash. I found this book yesterday. It reminds me of my love life before the mission and before I came out to war. It reminds me of my family and what times were like before everything happened that has happened now. I think I hear a helicopter. I think it's help. I think it's help.
Hey! Hey!
Me and my bulls from Red Cell, we were in a helicopter, we got shut down. And then we had jump and a big thing of wind spread us all out. So I'm located in the jungle right now, got no food, no water, I got nowhere to go. And my neighbor's a freaking spider. It sucks. Day 2, I had no food, so I went hunting. I saw a bear, and he ran from me. Let's just say it was a big dinner. They don't call me Muscles back in Red Cell for nothing. And when you guys see me, when you see this video later on, tell my girlfriend that I loved her. Her name's Sharkeisha Wilson. I miss my boys back in Red Cell. I found this book, though, remind me of them. And it allows me to have hope that they're going to come rescue me. Wait, I think I hear a helicopter. I found one! I found one!
Ladies and gentlemen, by the great demand of the people of America, we have brought Red Cell onto our stage tonight. First, Lieutenant Wood. Second, the fiercest of them all, Muscles. And of course, the fairy tale story, the great author, the poet, Lieutenant Hardin. After a few short messages, we'll return back to our amazing guests in the Jackie Mitchell Show. Thank you.
Pretzels! Get your lucky charm pretzels! The official snack of the Jackie Mitchell Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. We're back. We're back. Now, of course, after much anticipation throughout the week, looking forward to the Jackie Mitchell Show, you guys, the people of America, will get the interview they want with Red Cell. Beginning with Lieutenant Wood. Lieutenant, how did that book keep you alive?
Well, Jackie, first of all, my book was called Witch and Wizard by James Patterson, published in 2008. And basically, that book was the only lifeline to society I had.
That's awesome. That really is awesome.
Thank you.
That's what reading is about.
It is.
It is. Now, could you give me some insight into your book?
Well, see, I started off reading it the first night when I was stranded alone. I had nothing. And basically, the book started out with 2 teenagers who were kidnapped in the middle of the night under the accusation that the sister was a witch. The brother was a 17-year-old male, and the Wisty, the sister, was 14 years old, and basically they were kidnapped in the middle of the night from their families, and imprisoned under the accusation that they were witches and wizards.
Okay, that's awesome. That's great. That's a book I'm going to read,
It was
honestly. I am a reader of James Patterson myself.
Thank you.
Now, moving on. Muscles. Of course, the fan favorite. The fan favorite, of course. First, I need you to tell us, did you actually eat that bear?
Yes, I ate the bear. He
That's
actually
all.
started running, and I actually chased him and got him.
That's awesome.
Thank
That's
you.
speed.
Yep.
That's awesome. Now, Muscles, could you give us some insight into your book?
I read Hunt the Falcon by Don Mann. And
Was it good? Was
Yeah.
it good?
it was a great book. It's about this guy. It actually allowed me to have hope. I was thinking about just like committing suicide because I didn't think I was going to see my friends again. Love
Okay.
you guys.
Love you.
That's awesome.
But it allowed me to keep hope because I'm sorry. Thomas Crocker.
Thomas.
Yeah. He was part of a Navy SEAL team.
Okay, well
Good
that
friend of mine. Good friend.
it's
of mine.
okay. It's okay. That Navy. I know you're nervous in front of the crowd.
It's emotional.
I know you're nervous.
It's emotional.
That book that had to help you. It really did. I can see that.
It did help
I
me.
can see that. But could you do you know anything about like the Navy SEAL Team 6? Learning that book from reading that book. Was it a quick read? Was it a quick read?
It was a quick read because it was so good.
It brought
Yes.
you in.
It brought me
yes,
in.
I know.
It kept me reading. I actually finished it within like 2 days.
That's
And then,
that's awesome.
as I was finishing the last page, I heard the helicopter. I was reunited with my friends.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Moving. Lastly, of course, not everybody loves him, but he's our favorite here, Lieutenant Harding. Could you give us some insight into your book that helped you keep you alive?
Of course. My book was Atonement by Ian McEwan,
Okay.
and basically it was about a lover and couple, and they were in love. So basically,
That makes sense.
He was a
Lovers are in love.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense.
So basically, the man who was in love with another woman, he was accused of rape. So he was sent to prison, and from there he was sent to jail. From there he was sent to the army.
The army.
Yeah. And so he missed his lover his entire life, and throughout his struggles in the army, he couldn't bear life without her.
You had to be having the same thoughts that he had while you were stranded.
Yup.
You had to.
Yup. My own wife, she's in the crowd over there.
How you doing, Mrs. Harden? How you doing? How you doing?
What a babe!
Yep.
How you doing?
I agree.
Well, I was missing her the entire time I was in the war with my fellow friends.
Me too.
Yeah.
Could you
So-
explain? After hearing the enticing, really great crowd, wasn't it great? It was great. The enticing displays of summarizing that I have seen tonight. It's been great. Now, after hearing that, I realized that all three of your books have a connection. That connection is war. Now, is war, army, is battle, and love. But
Yes.
it's amazing how two very different things, love and war,
Mhm.
could connect. Could you give me some insight,
Romanticism.
Lieutenant?
Well, being in the army, my book was about basically a new world order taking over, and the army, in a sense, does that. In effect, that they take over people's lives, not in a sense that it's bad, but they keep them to safety. And honestly, love throughout the army and throughout the brother and sister in the book is really what kept us together.
Keeps us in the right mind.
Yes, you guys have to be mentally strong
Yeah.
after those days away from civilization. You have to be.
Restrained from the struggles.
Yes. Muscles. Could you give me some?
I'd actually like to read a quotation from
Oh,
the
okay.
book.
Okay.
It's great. Thank you. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today by Will Rogers.
That's great. Could you tell me who Will Rogers is?
No, he cannot.
Is he a character in your book?
No, he is not.
Is he?
He's a famous guy.
He's from SEAL Team 6?
No, he's not.
Okay. Well, thank you, Will, wherever you are. I hope you're watching tonight, Will.
Hey,
I
you
hope you're
will.
watching. That's a beautiful quote. That's beautiful.
He will.
Now, after a few more messages, we'll be back for the wrap-up of tonight's show. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
This game is so awesome.
The official game of the Jackie Mitchell Show.
We are back here at the Jackie Mitchell Show. Thank you for our final segment. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Now, for our final segment, we will go through each book and each reader and the connection between the main character, or not the main character necessarily, but a character and a relationship to yourself. First, Lieutenant Hardin. Could you give me a character?
Robbie Turner.
Robert.
Robert. Now, Robert, he was the accused rapist
Accused.
by a little girl named Bryony Tallis.
Okay.
But Bryony Tallis, see, she was also in love with Robert.
Okay.
But Robert was actually in love with her, Bryony's sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a triangle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cecilia. was her
Okay.
name. So he was in love with her. But, so Bryony, she actually did see a rape with her cousin. Her cousin was actually raped by a man.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. We don't know if it was an actual rape, but
It's ambiguous.
she might-
It's ambiguous.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, he sent off to prison then to war, and he has to totally. He always has to think about
he used to live with the burden.
the burden,
The burden.
and he has to think about Cecilia over and over and over again, and how he's missing life with her and the love that he's missing.
Does Cecilia love Robert?
Yes, they
Wow.
both love each other very much.
So Bryony is the antagonist of
Yeah.
the book. Okay.
So basically, Robert, when he comes home, he gets to talk to her, and he gets to socialize with Cecilia when he's on break,
Okay.
and they get to love again. But then he has to go back again, and eventually, he dies.
Darn it, Lieutenant.
Yep.
Spoiler alert or no?
Eventually, he dies. That gave me
Know
hope.
the rules of the. I'm
Thank
sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry.
Boo!
I'm sorry.
Well, eventually, that gave me hope.
I'm
That
sorry.
gave me hope when
Hope.
I was out there.
Okay.
When I was out there,
Okay. And you were
In
looking
my
at
shelter.
Mrs. Hart,
it gave me hope.
at Alyssa, at Alyssa.
Yes.
That.
So that's
Honestly,
why
honestly, my heart hurts a little right now.
I was in love.
My heart hurts a little right now.
I was in love. He was in love.
It's love.
And Cecilia, she also
Who's in love?
she was in love, but she also died. She
Don't
also
cry.
died.
Don't cry, guys. Don't cry. 'Cause I'm trying
So-
hard. I'm
so
holding my tears.
They didn't even get to die with each other
Lonely
and
death.
live a long, prosperous life.
Lonely death.
That's
It was lonely.
Lonely. Okay, moving on. Maybe, hopefully, to happier things. Muscles. Could you give me some insight into a character that relates himself? That you can relate to himself?
Me and Thomas Crocker actually relate hand in hand because we both never gave up hope.
Okay.
He goes and chases Iranian terrorist called the Falcon,
Okay.
and the Falcon actually kidnapped his wife earlier.
Again, love. There's the connection
Yeah.
for love.
Love.
There
And he
it is.
never gives up hope, and he always chases them for many years. And he goes through many countries
Okay.
and chases him and other terrorists, and they tried putting him behind bars.
Now, what is his name again?
Thomas Crocker.
Thomas. So Tommy, he had to compare. You had to be thinking about Tommy when you were chasing that bear.
Yeah, I was thinking about Tommy.
You had to. Yeah.
And I was also thinking about him when I was alone, isolated in the wilderness.
Yes. You became one with the wilderness, did you not?
I really did.
Yes. That's awesome. Wow.
That's great.
I don't want to give away the ending though, so I'm just gonna end
Thank
there.
you. That's a good man. That's
Thank
a
you.
good
Thank
man.
you, sir.
That's why he's the crowd least favorite, and he's the favorite of the crowd. Woo! It's amazing how things pan out for the benefit of us all, except for Hardin.
Wow.
Lieutenant Wood. Could you thank you, Muscles.
Thank you.
Could you give us some insight into a character in your book?
Well, Jackie, unlike spoiling the book, Mr. Hardin over here.
Mr. Hardin.
Yeah. Well, I relate to the older character in the book. He's a male, Whit Allgood. He's the older brother in the book.
Okay.
And basically, once they get kidnapped, they go to a barren society where it's only children, and he has to be the leader of the society. Now, being the oldest of four, I know exactly what that's like. I'm the leader in the house.
So you are the oldest of four.
I am the oldest of four.
Okay.
It's 5
okay.
o'clock.
Well, that is the cue for 5 o'clock, so we only have a few minutes left.
Yes, sir.
So, after hearing both your character enticements, could you? I can see the connection between. I think most of your books have a parallel with kidnapping.
Yep.
Except for Hardin's, who he's taken by
Well,
force.
just to
Well,
interrupt.
basically he was taken,
Okay.
he was taken by the army. So basically,
Okay, but okay.
I gotta say something.
Okay, Wood.
I have to note the wonderful camaraderie between everyone in each one of our books, because that's what keeps the army together.
yes.
That's what kept you guys together.
That's what kept us together. We love each other.
You guys, I bet you every one of you guys knew that the other two were alive.
Exactly. I can feel it. I can feel the heartbeat.
I never gave up hope.
Good, Muscles. Good.
And that's
Good.
what it's like
It's great.
in my book. They keep each other alive and they fight to the end. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but that's what happens.
They fight to the end of my book too for love,
I love it.
romanticism.
That's life.
It's life.
All right. As we're wrapping up today, can each one of you just say your book and title one more time, and grade it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Atonement. I would say it's a 10 out of 10.
A 10?
Okay.
A 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
Muscles.
Hunt the Falcon. And I would give it a 12 out of 10.
Well, that's not on the scale, but that's okay. That shows you really liked it.
Thank you.
Lastly, Lieutenant,
I got to go with a 10 for my book, too. Witch and Wizard, James Patterson.
we just broke the scale. We just broke the scale, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you. And we'll be back here next Friday with, of course, LeBron James. Thank you. Thank you.